Okay, so you got the management position, which is fantastic, and cheers to you. Now, what I'm sure you assume is that you're going to get properly trained, right? I mean, you were put in a position you've never been in with experience that you don't have. I mean, you're a great person and you've got a lot of knowledge, but you don't have experience in management. So the company is definitely going to put you on a fast track so that you know what you're doing and you don't look silly. Well, don't hold your breath for that. But in this video, I'm going to tell you where you can turn, where you can go to get information on how to actually be a manager, how to actually be a leader. Thank you for checking out the channel Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help new managers become better leaders, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. Okay, so listen. You're the big dog now. You've got it all planned out. You know exactly what to do, right? Or is that more of a wrong? Let's think about this. You are entering a new job. You've got people looking up to you, and you need to get some answers. So what are the options that you have? Well, let's go for the big one. Let's go right to the top. Go get your MBA. If that route is something you're interested in, let's talk about the pros and cons first of getting an MBA. The pros. Sometimes having an MBA can really help you advance your career. Meaning some companies, in order to even just be in that management level of the company, they require you to have an MBA. So it may open up doors for you to get that MBA. But I mean, we're talking you've already been hired. So maybe that one's not quite so positive. What's another pro? One of the biggest things, in my understanding, is that you've created a network, a professional network of people that have similar goals, similar career plans. So you have developed a network while getting your MBA. But again, we're already in the job. Here's what I think is the biggest benefit of an MBA is that you have a structured learning. Is it the best, most up-to-date structured learning? I don't know. Technology is moving so fast, and I think we're going to lean towards that in a few of the upcoming ways of getting your education in management. Here's some cons to getting an MBA that are real factors that you have to consider. One is the cost. Most of the time, it's a 4-year process. And you have to pay for each year. Speaking of 4-year, the other con is it's time consuming. You need to put a lot of time. And let's focus back to what is this video about? Well, you've already been into management. You've been promoted. Good for you. Or you got the job. Do you think you got 4 years to kind of get up to speed? Okay, let's scratch that. What are we really going to do? How are we really getting into the meat and potatoes of management? First, I want you to look at online learning. Now, there are plenty of courses. Speaking of courses, I'm working on one right now. So if you are not part of my email list, you may not be notified. So make sure you sign up today. And just to get things going, you get a free ebook on the 14 things I wish I knew when I started. These are some key things that will, again, we're just getting into management. You're not getting real training on this. So let me help you with that. That said, let's get back. Online learning. It's a thing. Go to Skillshare. Go to Udemy. Go to LinkedIn Learning. These are all wonderful platforms where you can just pay a monthly fee or you can pay per course. And it just gets you, do you need to know how to communicate? Go to Skillshare. Type in how to communicate or communication skills. You're going to get a 2-hour, a 3-hour, a 10-hour course, depending on which courses you're looking at, which platforms you're on. But these are things where you can at least get the basics, the real stuff that you're going to need, like tomorrow's shift. You got to figure it out, right? Again, no pressure, but we got to start getting at this. The next thing you can do is you can look for seminars. I mean, maybe the way the world is right now, seminars aren't a big thing, but they're coming back. They're going online. Check out Eventbrite. And in that website, you can find seminars for leadership, for management that are happening in your area. Are they happening tomorrow? Probably not. But is it something that you could schedule and you could say, oh, 2 months from now, I can go to this Management 101 training? Yes. Again, we're looking for, I don't want to say quick fixes, but we're looking for quick answers. You need to start grooming yourself to take on this fantastic role that's fantastic if you put the work in and start learning how to do it. Because the one thing that I find the most stressful is being in a position where I don't know what I'm doing. It happens all the time, but I'm quick to try to figure out what is the 20% of things that are going to get me 80% of my results. I know you've heard it, the 80-20 rule, meaning that if you just focus on this core 20%, you're going to have 80% of the results worked out for you. So again, we need to just take that initiative to figure out what that 20% is and start learning about it. Another way you can educate yourself is through podcasts, is through YouTube. You're literally educating yourself right now watching my video. Like right now. This is education. This YouTube is how I get most of my information. Now, I'm not talking like how to do brain surgery, but we're talking about management. We're talking about how to learn to communicate with people. So again, podcasts are great. While you're going to work, listen to an education podcast. YouTube. I'm certain you've already subscribed to this channel, and if you haven't, I'll give you a second. I mean, you just got to hit the red subscribe button. Okay, now we're good. You've already started the process of getting educated. You can binge on YouTube. You can binge on podcasts. Just soak it up like a sponge. Is everything going to stick? No. Should it? No. You just need to start grabbing gems of information and start putting it together the way you see it fitting in your world. This is one that I leaned on a lot. More so before the iPhone. Yeah, kids, we had a life before the iPhone. Books. Now, you can get them as audiobooks, or you can get, like, I prefer to have hardcover books. To me, having a hardcover book in my bookshelf is like, got it, done. I like to see what I have learned. Then it's more easy for me to go back and kind of, once in a while, I mean, I'm not making a habit of it, but I do go back to books and say, what was I missing on that one? And I'll pick it up and read it again. Now, you're probably saying, Mike, what books do I start with? Well, that's a great question. I'm going to link 3 books that I think are your pillars or your cornerstones to start with. Don't end here, but start with these 3. The first one, The 1 Minute Manager. The next book, Start with Why. And my third recommendation is Primal Leadership. Again, these 3 books are just to get you started. I feel that they helped me when I was first starting out and trying to understand things. So I can recommend what worked for me. There are so many. Go on Amazon, type in management, type in leadership, and you will have hundreds of thousands of options. Start with these 3 and then build from there. Next, talk to your peers. There's a good chance you're not the only manager in the building or on the team. So talk to your peers. Ask them what's working. Ask them where you can pick up information. Ask them how they do things. These people can become your mentor. They're people that can just kind of hold your hand and walk you through. If you can't find a mentor like that within your peer group, again, go online. You can follow the greats. If you think Steve Jobs is the guy, you can read his biography. You can go through all of his lectures. You can, YouTube is a godsend when it comes to finding information, especially about people. Am I saying that you would be able to, let's say Simon Sinek, great leadership personality, coach, inspiration. He has great stuff, but he's on a level that you're probably not going to get a one-on-one with him. But you may not need it, because you can go to YouTube and you can go to the internet and you can just find the information, find his lectures, find his videos, read his books, and you start to get into his mindset and start to figure things out. Again, education. If you're like me, like going to school, I hated it. But now I can't get enough. And if you're in a new position and you want to excel, you need to get on this education train. Here's another way that you may be interested in going. Get a management coach. Get a leadership coach. Hell, I've got a program that you can just sign up and you and I can chat and we might be able to brainstorm how to proceed, how to deal with this situation. Sometimes you just need an impartial judge, an impartial ear, an impartial confidant to help you sort through what you're going through, if that makes sense. Somebody to help you break down a problem. They can't give you the answers. If you hire me to be your coach, I cannot give you the answers. But what I can help you do is sort through the problem, help filter what's really an issue and what might not be an issue, how to attack this problem or how to work with this person. That's what a coach can help you do. Again, I'm not saying you got to work with me. On these videos, you're getting the information. But if it's more of a specific problem, I'm here. I'm reachable. There's a link in the description. If not me, there are coaches all over. Find somebody that works with you. Find somebody that speaks in a tone that you relate to. Find somebody you say, I'd like to be friends with that person because I feel like there's a connection. All this information, all of these avenues to learn how to manage, you are not getting through in the next 3 months. This is a lifelong process. This is something that you're going to lean in hard on right now, and then you're going to continue throughout your career. I hope you're going to continue throughout your career because we always need to be learning in order to get better. When dealing with people, you always want more information, and you need to learn how to get it. So I hope this video helped. I'm hoping you've already subscribed because this is part of your education. I'm going to grab my coffee and I'm going to see you in the next video. Ciao.